Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Decorah Vikings softball diamond in tonight's Upper Iowa Conference versus Northeast Iowa Conference matchup between the MFL-Mar-Mac Bulldogs and the Decorah Vikings. My name is Darren Swenson. Decorah coming in a record of 6-20 on the season. MFL-Mar-Mac coming in with a record of 10-8. Nice night for softball. A mostly sunny sky and a very comfortable temperature as we start things here tonight. Lizzie Hartman in the circle for Decorah, and she will face this MFL-Mar-Mac lineup. Jasmine Stocker in right, Kylie Pika at short, Rebecca Harms the catcher, Jade Schubert in left, Lizzie Hersman at third, Shante Dran in center, Hannah Schutte at first, Reagan Butekoffer at second, and Ellie Kinley, the designated player, with Molly Ward in the flex position doing the pitching tonight. Umpires for tonight's game, Bob Bergman behind the plate, and the man who always umpires with his eyes closed, so he does a better job, Mr. Ray Armel, working the base pass. The pitch goes low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. As we get going at 7:33 here tonight. We'll set the Viking defense here momentarily. The 1-0 delivery well back to the screen. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Ashley Schwartzoff on the left, Lexi Leuenberger in center, and Katie Nimrod in right. At third base, Tori Miller. At shortstop, Riley Monteith, Alex Sable at second base, and Ambria Pipo at first base. Haley Neerling behind the plate, and Lizzie Hartman in the circles. Pitch goes high. It's 3 balls, no strikes on Stocker. 1 regular season date left for both these squads. MFL-Mar-Mac will host Sumner Fredericksburg on Friday. As a pitch in there for a strike, it's 3-1. And Decorah will have a conference doubleheader against Charles City tomorrow night. Waverly Shellrock clinched the league title last night. As pitch outside corner for a strike, and Lizzie tries to climb the ladder back. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Just underway, no score. As Hartman delivers, and the pitch swung on and fouled back third base side and out of play, so we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hartman ready, and the pitch low and away for ball 4. So Lizzie walks the leadoff batter. 1 on, nobody out for Kylie Pika. Postseason play begins for both these teams next week. Decorah, a week from tomorrow night, will travel to Mason City. A runner at first, nobody out. Pika shows bunt, takes a strike. Runner stays put. No balls and 1 strike count. Hartman gets the target from Neerling. The 0-1 delivery. Inside corner for a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes now. Vikes playing without Lauren Eggert, who went out with a concussion in last night's game, and hopefully she'll be back by next Thursday when the Vikes go over to Mason City. As the pitch goes low and away and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that is forcing some of the defensive changes here tonight. The 1-2 delivery. That one just up for 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. So Neerling is behind the plate. And when Neerling moved from third to behind the plate, Tori Miller moved from first to third, and Ambria Pipo and moved into the lineup at first. Pitch swung on and missed by Pika. And there's 1 down here in the first inning. So Stacker at first, 1 down, and Rebecca Harms will be the batter. Harms batting from the right-hand side of the plate. And the pitch taken well up, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. (1-0) from Hartman. That one low and in the dirt. Got away from Neerling momentarily, but not nearly enough to warrant some runner advancement. So it's 2 balls and no strikes now. As the sun hiding beneath the clouds, at least momentarily. The 2-0 delivery inside. And Lizzie struggling with her command here early in the game. 3 balls, no strikes to count. She fell behind Stocker 3-0, battled back to 3-2 before walking her. As the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike, it's 3-1. She got to 2-2 with Pika before she got the strike out there. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out here in the first inning. The 3-1 delivery up for ball 4. So Becca Harms running at first base. And a courtesy runner coming in for MFL-Mar-Mac. The courtesy runner will be Brenna Bolin. She'll be at first base for the catcher Harms, and Jade Schubert, the cleanup hitter, will come to the plate. First and second with one down here in the first inning. Bulldogs with the first scoring threat of the game as the pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Gerald Cleve, the head coach for the Bulldogs, giving signs in the third base box. Bulldog assistant is Melissa Ward. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The runner at second is Stocker. The runner at first is Bolin. Hartman winds up and delivers, and the pitch low. Runner goes at second. Throw down to third base. Caroms off the glove of Miller and out into shallow left center, but the runner at third will stay put. And the second runner, Bolin, will follow her to second base. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Schubert. And Stocker moves up to third base on the play. The pitch swung on and missed. Off-speed delivery outside edge, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Schubert. Hartman got a strikeout a moment ago and sure could use one here. 2-2 delivery, ground ball towards third. Tori Miller will look the runner back, throws across the diamond for the out. Now the runner will score, and moving up to third will be Bolin. It's 1-0. As Schubert gets an RBI ground out, Stocker scores on the play, and Bolin moves to third. So a couple of walks in the first inning come back to haunt the Vikings. A runner at third with 2 down, and Lizzie Hersman will step in, facing Lizzie Hartman as the pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third, 2 down, first inning. Bulldogs up 1-0. The 1-0 slice towards right field. It'll land for a base hit. Bolin will score on the Hersman 2-out single, and the Bulldogs get a crooked number up here in the first inning.
Bulldogs number 22, the center fielder, Shantae Dran.
Runner at first, 2 in, 2 down, and Shantae Dran, the center fielder, swings at the first one, flies one towards center. Retreating is Lexi Leuenberger, and she'll make a 2-handed chest-high catch in right center field for the 3rd out of the inning. But 2-run score on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base, 1 half inning complete. It is the Bulldogs 0 and the Vikings coming to bat, and the Vikings will bat this way. Katie Nimrod in right field. Riley Monteith at short. Haley Neerling is the catcher. Lizzie Hartman the pitcher. Alex Abel at second base. Lexi Leuenberger in center field. Ambria Pipo at first base. Tori Miller at third, and Ashley Schwartzoff in left field. And that lineup will face Molly Ward for the Bulldogs. Ward, a senior right-hander. Ward, one of 4 seniors on this Bulldog squad. The defense for the Bulldogs, Jade Schubert in left. Shantae Dran in center. Jasmine Stocker in right. Lizzie Hersman at third. Kylie Pika at short. Reagan Butikoffer at second. Hannah Schutte at first. Rebecca Harms behind the plate. And Molly Ward in the circle. A 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs on an RBI ground out by Jade Schubert and a RBI single by Lizzie Hersman in the first inning. Katie Nimrod stands in from the right-hand side of the plate. Looks at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ward gets the target from her catcher Harms as the pitch goes low. And it's 2 balls, no strikes to count. 2-0 to Nimrod to start the game, and that one rolled in there. So 3 balls, no strikes on Katie Nimrod to start the game. The 3-0 delivery, a little beneath the knees for ball 4. Nimrod was almost expecting that one to be called a strike as she hesitated in the batter's box, but on 4 pitches, Nimrod reaches first. Runner at first, nobody out, and the batter will be Riley Monteith. Monteith bats from the right-hand side against the right-hander Ward. The pitch in there for a strike. First one offered by Ward on the day, and it snowballs 1 strike. Well, leadoff walk by Decorah helped the Bulldogs in the first inning. We'll see if the Vikings can't return the favor here as Monteith bunts back to the screen, foul. And it snowballs 2 strikes on the Vikings shortstop now. Vikings with 2 against Charles City here at home tomorrow night, and then a week from tomorrow night, a trip to Mason City in the first round of the tournament. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think it's a little bit of the part of the adjustments we're in, especially in this 5-class system in girls. The 1-2 delivery swung on fly ball center field. Shantae Dryan is under it, and she will make the catch. One-handed chest high in medium depth, slightly right center for 1 down in the first inning. And the batter is Haley Neerling. I think it's a part of the adjustment because Decorah is going to a place here in the postseason that has double the amount of students enrollment-wise that Decorah has had. Decorah has usually been more towards the top end of teams in regionals when it comes to the girls' side of things. Neerling fouls the first one away, no balls, 1 strike. Runner at first and nobody out, or 1 down. Here's ground ball headed towards short. The shortstop Pika will go to second to get the lead runner Nimrod. With Butekoffer taking the throw there, force out 6-4. Neerling at first with 2 down, and Lizzie Hartman will try to help her own cause. 1 or 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac. They're in the bottom of the first inning. Hartman batting from the right-hand side against the right-hander Ward. Pitcher against pitcher matchup. And the pitch swinging a pop-up foul straight back and out of play. It is no balls, 1 strike. Decorah, of course, hoping for 3 matchups with Charles City. Charles City waiting the winner of Decorah and Mason City on July 9th. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's no balls, 2 strikes on Lizzie Hartman. Neerling the runner at first base with 2 down. Ward the pitch, and it goes outside for 1 ball, 2 strikes. And with a 1-2 count, Coach Iverson going to go with a courtesy runner at first base. And the runner will be Maddie Clement at first base for Haley Neerling. I think Clement was chasing a foul ball. That's why she wasn't immediately available. As the pitch goes low and in the dirt. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Harms. Harms able to get the chest protector in front of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. The 2-2 delivery swinging a pop-up foul right side out of play. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lizzie Hartman. 2-0 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. Bulldogs getting a crooked number on the board in the top of the first inning. And the pitch just inside. And now it's full. So Clement can be moving here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. 3-2 delivery. Swinging a pop-up into left field. After it is the left fielder Schubert. She'll make a 2-handed catch in shallow left to retire the side. A leadoff walk, but nothing else. We head to the second inning. It's 2-0 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. Ground ball to short. To her left is Monty. She'll throw on to first base and Peepo. And Butekoffer retired on the 1-0 pitch. And 1 down in the inning. That was actually Hannah Schutte, and this is Butekoffer. Reagan Butekoffer looks at the first one high. 1 ball, no strikes. Sorry for the confusion there. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a foul right side and out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike count. Good to have Trish Hartman keeping me on my toes up here. The 1-1 high and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. It was Hannah Schutte that grounded out. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Butekoffer. 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac here in the second. Swinging a pop-up, first base side, and out of play, fouling that one right in front of us. Come out from under the table, Trish. We'll protect you. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Almost had ourselves a souvenir up here. Of course, one we would have had to give it back. 2-2 delivery, swinging a pop-up, foul right side. And it lands harmlessly foul near the MFL-Mar-Mac first base dugout on deck circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 1 down here in the inning. The pitch swung on a ground ball towards third, picked up there by Tori. A sidearm toss low to first base, but it's dug out well by Ambria Pipo. And there's 2 down here in the inning. 2 down and nobody on, and Ellie Kinley will be the batter. Again, Pipo, the 8th grader, playing first base. Part of the adjustment without Lauren Eggert tonight. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Eggert injured in last night's game against Southwind. The 0-1 is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hopefully she'll be back next week against Mason City in the first round of the tournament. A ball and a strike to count. 1-1 to count in the pitch. Ground ball, first base side. Pipo there to field it. Takes 2 steps backwards and touches the bag for the 3rd out here in the second inning. Bulldogs go quietly, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. It's 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac. Alex Abel starts things here in the second inning, looking at the first one outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac. Beginning the bottom of the second inning, Molly Ward delivers as the pitch goes high. It is 2 balls, no strikes on Alex Abel. Had her first varsity home run last night. Asked her before the game if she ate her Wheaties again this morning. She told me she did. The 2-0 changeup swung on and missed. Alex out in front. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the second inning. The 2-1. She chases the rise ball, swinging and missing. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Alex Abel. 2-0 MFL. 2 runs in the top of the first inning have held up in the early going. As pitch outside from Ward. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ward walked the leadoff hitter, but got away with it in the first as the pitch swung on and missed. Alex ahead of a changeup once again. And Abel down on strikes for the first out here in inning number 2. The batter is Lexi Leuenberger. Right-hander against right-hander. The pitch swinging and missing. Just some heat from Ward that time. No balls, 1 strike. 1 playing date left for both these squads. The 0-1 delivery looped towards right field. It'll get out to right field, and Leuenberger will get a base hit. Sacker came up charging, but did not have a play at first base. 1 on, 1 out in the inning. And the batter is Ambria Pipo. The 8th grader takes the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Or actually 4 a strike, I'm sorry. One strike to nothing. 1 on, 1 out, and the 0-1 grounded up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Ward fielded at second by Butekoffer, and she'll run to the bag and beat Leuenberger there by a step and a half to get the 4s. 4 unassisted. Leuenberger retired as Pipo reaches first base. 2 down in the inning, and Tori Miller with a chance. Miller looking at the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Ward with the delivery well high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0, swinging and missing. It's 2 balls and 1 strike count now. Bulldogs will open up postseason play at home next Tuesday. Pitch low, 3 balls, 1 strike. They will take on Starmont. They win that one, then they will play Jessup next Wednesday night at Jessup. 3-1. Outside, it's ball 4. 2 walks in an inning and 2/3 by Ward. Peepo becomes the first Viking to reach second base. Ambria at second, Miller at first, and Ashley Schwartzoff, the senior for Decorah, with the chance. She gets a start in left field tonight as the pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. And a tip of the hat to Ashley for being the lone member of a softball class for the last couple of years. The 1-0 delivery, swinging and missing, 1 ball, 1 strike. She was a 4-sport kid. Not a standout in anything, but a good contributor in everything. As the pitch goes swinging foul back, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the way things are nowadays, any kid who sticks it out all 4 years or all 5 years on the varsity level in a summer sport, you give a tip of the hat to, and Ashley definitely deserves one. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Ward, and that's that for the second inning. 1 hit, 2 left, 2 done, 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac. Jasmine Stocker starts things in the third inning. A 2-0 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. They got both runs in the top of the first inning. Pitch, a strike from Hartman, 0-1. Hartman walked 2 in the first inning, and both runs came back to score. 1 on an RBI ground out by Jade Schubert as ground ball goes to the right side, fielded there by Habel. An overhand toss to first base, and Peepo, and 1 down here in the third inning. So 5 in a row set down by Hartman after the rocky start. Pika struck out swinging in the first inning. Kylie bats from the right-hand side against the right-hander Hartman as the pitch bunted, and Pika bunts through it. It's no balls and 1 strike. Bulldogs at 10-18, Vikings at 6-20. Games 28 and 29 to round out the regular season tomorrow night against Charles City. 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. It is 0-2 on Pika. Oh, 2 with 1 down. The pitch swung on and missed. Got her with the change. Pika down on strikes for the second time. 2 strikeouts for Hartman. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Rebecca Harms. Harms walked in the first inning and ended up scoring. The pitch from Hartman. In there for a strike, 0-1. So Lizzie has settled down after a rough start. The 0-1 delivery. Hit towards first, and a lunging grab at first base by Peepo on the line drive, retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 MFL-Mar-Mac. 0-2 the count on Katie Nimrod, who walked to start the bottom of the first inning. A lead of 2-0 for MFL-Mar-Mac. That one blooped out in the left center field and a base hit. So Nimrod gets a single to start things here in the third inning. And Riley Monteith will be the batter. A runner at first and nobody out. Decorah with 2 hits. MFL-Mar-Mac with only 1 thus far. The only hit for MFL-Mar-Mac, a Lizzie Hersman. RBI single back in the first. Here's a bunt by Monteith. Variant pickup by Ward. Throws to first base. Butikoff recovering. Out recorded there. Nimrod moves up to second base. Sacrifice 1-4. Runner moves up to second base, and the batter is Haley Neerling. Neerling hit into a force play in the first inning, 0 for 1. 2-0 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac as we play the bottom of the third. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson with you from the Decorah Softball Diamond tonight. for this Northeast Iowa Conference, Upper Iowa Conference matchup. 0-1, hammer deep left field. That ball is gone. A no-doubter off the bat from Haley Neerling, and we are tied. Ward gets the 0-1 pitch up, and Neerling puts that between the auxiliary fence and the full-time fence, if you will, back in left field. It landed about halfway between those two fences, and Neerling just smoked that one. 2-2 the score, and the batter is Lizzie Hartman as Ward throws well high to Lizzie. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Ward ready, 1-0, rolled in there. It's 2 balls and no strikes. One out in the inning and the base is empty. And the 2-0 grounded towards short field on a couple of hops by Pika. She bobbles, she throws to first base. The throw is high. Hartman will reach on the E6. It'll be a fielding error. The throw would have been late, but the bobble caused the runner to reach. And Madison Sexton will get Hartman's courtesy at first base. And the batter will be Alex Habel. Alex struck out swinging in the first. She's 0 for 1. She struck out swinging in the second, my mistake. And she'll look at the first pitch inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Still only 1 out in the inning. That home run for the Vikings was their 10th of the season and the 3rd for Haley Nimrat. Pitch swung on foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. If memory serves, her 2 other home runs both came against Cresco this year. I think 1 was here and 1 was over there. 1-1 delivery to Habel. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody's arguing with that point right now, so let's go with it. Sounds good. I put the asterisk in front of it if memory serves, and that could be doubtful at times. 2 balls, 1 strike to Habel. A ground ball towards third. Charging there is Hersman. She'll pick it up and throw across the diamond to retire Habel, with Sexton moving up to second on the play. She'll be there with 2 down. 2-2 game, and the batter is Lexi Leuenberger. Lexi got a single to right her first time up. Haley Neerling 2-run homer here in the 3rd inning has tied the game. Ward delivers. Pitch a strike. 0-1. Ward with the 0-1. Loop towards third. That's a foul ball. Hersman tried to backhand it and couldn't quite get there, but she was in foul territory at the time. So it's still no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 in the pitch, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lexi Leuenberger. The runner at second is Sexton, the courtesy runner for Lizzie Hartman. 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch swung on and fouled at the plate, so Lexi stays alive at 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count in the pitch. Swung on, popped up towards short. Retreating there is the shortstop, Pika. Still on the infield dirt, makes the catch to retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. 3 complete. We're tied at 2. 2-2 game as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. As the first pitch high to Jade Schubert. 1 ball, no strike. Schubert had an RBI ground out in the first inning. Hartman has retired 7 in a row. Pitch ground ball toward short, fielded there by Monteith. Throws on to first base. And Schubert retired 6-3. There's been only one strikeout in the now 8 batters in a row that have been retired by Lizzie Hartman. So the Vikings playing some decent defense tonight. Lizzie Hersman will be the batter. RBI single to right in the first inning as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. Defense has been a little bit of a struggle at times this year for Decorah. In fact, way too often for comfort. You make routine plays in the game of softball, and you know what? You're going to have a chance to win virtually every game as the pitch fouled off on a bunt attempt. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. One and one the count. The pitch. Shaft swing, pop up towards the middle of the infield. It hits the bag and caroms out into center field, so it'll be a serendipitous hit for Lizzie Hersman. It was a check swing. It went to the middle of the infield. Monteith and Habel went after it. It landed in between them, hit the bag, and caromed into right center field. So Hersman gets the base hit to end the string of 8 in a row, retired by Hartman. Ground ball towards third, and Tori Miller, she'll throw to second base, and it's dropped there by Habel. And it's first and second with 1 down here in the 4th inning. And the batter is Hannah Schutte. First and second with 1 down. Here's a swinging bunt up the third base side, foul. No balls and 1 strike. Schutte grounded to short her first time up in the second, 0 for 1. First and second with 1 down here in the 4th inning. Bulldogs got their 2 runs in the first, and a Haley Neerling 2-run homer in the third tied it up. Pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. The runner at second is Hersman. The runner at first is Drawn. And the pitch swung on and missed some heat from Hartman. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1-2 delivery, swinging a foul back. So we'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hartman with 2 strikeouts to this point. As the pitch dropped in low, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch hammered towards second, caught there by Habel. Looked towards first, didn't make the throw. Diving back to second is Hersman. There's 2 down in the inning. A very hard hit ball off the bat of Schutte, but Alex Habel there to make the play. First and second, 2 down. And the batter is Reagan Butekoffer, grounded to third in the second, 0 for 1. 2-2 game as we play the top of the 4th. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 delivery. Swinging a foul back, so Hartman well ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. By the way, the Decorah baseball team has gotten a 7-4 victory down at Waterloo Columbus tonight. 3rd straight win for the Vikings. Pitch swung on, popped up on the infield, retreating to the pitching rubber is Hartman. She will make the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. So we are halfway home in this softball game here tonight. Decorah and MFL-Mar-Mac tied at 2. Ambria Pipo took the first one low, 1 ball, no strikes to start things here in the 4th inning. A 2-2 game. MFL-Mar-Mac with 2 runs in the first inning. Haley Neerling a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 3rd for the Vikings. Ward delivers, pitch low, 1 ball or 2 balls, no strikes. Ward has walked 2, has struck out 2, and given up 3 hits, 2 runs through her 3+ innings to this point. 2-0 delivery, looped towards right field. It'll land fair and roll out to right, so Pipo gets a base hit to right field to start the 4th inning. And for the 3rd time in 4 frames, the Vikings have gotten their leadoff runner on. A runner at first with nobody out, and the batter is Torrey Miller. Miller walked back in the second inning. Miller squares to bunt, lays off the rise ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs charging at third and first with Hersman and Schutte. Shortstop Pika covering second. And Butikoffer at second base, angling over to cover first. Showing bunt again was Miller, and she'll take it high. It is 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 the count. Miller bunts and foul. It is 2 balls and 1 strike count. Two one. Nice bunt by Miller right in front of the plate. Picked up by Schutte. She'll throw to first baseman, and it's safe. Butikoffer covered the bag that time, but she caught it and moved away from the bag, and as she possessed it, she did not touch the bag with possession, so it's a sacrifice. It's 3-4, and it looks like Coach Iverson is going to go to his bench for a pinch runner. I believe it's Kyla Quandal. Quandal will run for Miller at first. Schwartzoff will be the batter, first and second. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. Change being reported to the opposite bench by home plate umpire Bob Bergman. First and second with nobody out. And Schwartzoff will stand into the right-hand side of the plate. Ward delivers as Schwartzoff bunts right in front of the plate, and it angles into foul ground. Foul. It is no balls and 1 strike to count. The 0-1 showing bunt again was Schwartzoff, and she takes a rise ball high. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. People at second, Quandal at first. Pitch goes high. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. So Schwartzoff showing some pretty good discipline. Throwing a lot of rise balls as Ward in this bunting situation as Schwartzoff bunts foul once again. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Two-two delivery. Up again. And now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes on Schwartzoff. Nimrod will follow. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning. Vikings and Bulldogs tied at 2. And the 2-2 delivery swung on and missed at a changeup. Schwartzoff down on strikes for the 2nd time of the ball game. 3rd strikeout of the night for Ward. And Katie Nimrod will stand in. 1st and 2nd, 1 down. Bottom of the 4th inning and a 2-2 game. Nimrod swings and fouls one right side out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Nimrod walked in the 1st inning and singled and scored in the 3rd. 0-1 delivery. Swinging a fly ball towards left field. Schubert into shallow left will make a one-handed snag, head high for the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for the Vikings, number 7, the shortstop, Riley Monteith.
And Riley Monteith will bat with 2 on and 2 out. Monteith flew out to center in the 1st, sacrificed a runner up in the 3rd. First one high from Ward. 1 ball, no strikes. Inning started with Peepo single to right. Miller bunted, reach on a sacrifice and an error. As the pitch goes low, 2 balls, no strikes. Schwartzoff then struck out, and Nimrod flew out. Two-0, swinging a pop-up foul, right side out of play. Two balls, one strike to count on Riley Monteith. The pitch low, and now it's 3-1 on Monteith. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, swinging a pop-up. Out is the shortstop, Pika, still on the infield dirt. She will make the catch to retire the side. So the Vikes get their first 2 on, then leave them. 1 hit and 2 left. We are 4 complete, and we are tied at 2. Top of the 5th inning. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Bulldogs. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Vikings. Vikings with 1 error. Bulldogs with 2 to this point in the game. It'll be the number 9 hitter, Ellie Kinley, leading off the inning, and Kinley takes a strike, 0-1. Kinley grounded to first unassisted in the 2nd inning. Pitch out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Kinley will be followed by the top of the order with Stocker and Pika. The 1-1 delivery high and tight. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. MFL-Mar-Mac, their 2 runs in the 1st inning. A Schubert RBI ground out and a 2-out RBI single by Lizzie Hersman. As the pitch goes low, it's 3-1 now. 3-1 the count on Kinley with Stocker and Pika to follow. The 3-1 delivery inside corner for a strike, and it's now 3-2. So Hartman trying to climb the ladder back. 3-2 delivery, ground ball right side. To her left is Hable. She bobbles it, and she can't make the play. 2nd error of the night on the Vikings, both on Alex Hable. Runner at first, nobody out. Now the top of the order, and Jasmine Stocker. Before that happens, a pinch runner coming in for MFL-Mar-Mac. That runner will be Rosemary Magoo. A runner at first with nobody out. Stocker has walked and scored in the 1st, grounded to 2nd in the 3rd inning. As Bob Bergman reports the change to the Decorah bench, and here we go. Hartman delivers, pitch well high. It's 1 ball and no strikes to count. One-0. Low, it hops away from Neerling, so moving up to 2nd will be Magoo. And it's 2 balls, no strikes on Stocker with the go-ahead run at 2nd base now for the Bulldogs. We are tied at 2. We play the top half of the 5th inning. Pitch ground ball towards 2nd base. Backhand step made by Hable. Throws to first base, safe. Now the runner will move up to 3rd as the throw went to 1st. So it's 1st and 3rd with nobody out here in the 2nd inning, or in the 5th inning. Hable made a nice play to get to that ball, but the throw was late, and a good piece of base running by Magoo, moving from 2nd to 3rd as the throw went over towards 1st. That's a pretty smart play for an 8th grader as well. As the batter will be Pika, she'll look at the pitch inside, taking off is Stocker, and she'll take 2nd on her own. 1 ball, no strikes. Pika struck out twice. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. And I think that was actually just a swing and a miss and not a foul ball. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. It got away from Neerling to her right, but no runner advancement happening. Pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Pika. Bulldogs and Vikings tied at 2. Bulldogs threatening big time here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 delivery. Swung out, popped up on the infield. Hartman will make the catch near the first base foul line, about 20 feet up the line. And one down here in the 5th inning. And the batter will be Becca Harms. Harms walked and scored in the first, lined to first in the 3rd. 2-2 game as we play the 5th. Harms hammers one towards right field. Nimrod after it. She can't get there. Scoring is Magoo. Scoring is Soccer on the double by Harms. And it's a 4-2 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac as Harms knocks in 2 with a double to right with 1 out here in the 5th. Jade Schubert will be the batter. Schubert grounded out to knock in a run to 3rd in the 1st and grounded out to short in the 5th. Schubert throws low. It gets away from, or Hartman throws low. It gets away from Neerling to her left. And moving up to 3rd on the play is Brenna Bolin, the courtesy runner for Harms. So 1 ball, no strikes with run number 5, 60 feet down the line at 3rd. Ground ball up the middle and a base hit. Schubert with her 2nd RBI of the night.
Up next for the Bulldogs, number 12.
To score Bolin, the courtesy runner for Harms. It's now a 5-2 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. The batter is Lizzie Hersman. She's 2 for 2, a single to right to knock in a run in the 1st, a single to center in the 4th. A foul ball straight back and out of play here. It is no balls and 1 strike on Hersman. Oh, 1. Swinging a pop-up foul right side out of play. It is no balls and 2 strikes to count. So Hartman well ahead of Hersman. 0-2. She tries the rise ball. Hersman doesn't chase, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still only 1 out in the inning. An error, 2 singles, and a double have gotten the Bulldogs the lead. The pitch goes high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. And the pitch high again. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. The runner at first is Schubert. Still only 1 out in the inning. The 3-2. High again for ball 4. So Hersman reaches base for the 3rd time of the game. And the batter will be Shante Drant. A 3-run 5th to this point for MFL-Mar-Mac. They lead at 5-2. And Shante Dran looks first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Dran flew out to center in the 1st, reached on an error in the 4th inning. 1-0 delivery is low. It is 2 balls, no strikes now. Two and 0 the count. 2-0, well high. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. Hartman has walked 3 in the game. 2 of those walks have come back to score. 3 balls, no strikes to count. And the 3-0 delivery, that one at the letters, and for a strike, it's 3-1. So Hartman will try to climb the ladder back. A 3-run 5th inning for MFL-Mar-Mac. And that has given the Bulldogs a 5-2 lead. Pitch outside, ball 4. And Coach Iverson out of the dugout to talk to Lizzie Hartman as the base is loaded with just 1 out here in the 5th inning. The next batter, Hannah Schutte, will be the 8th batter of the inning for the Bulldogs. Schutte grounded to short in the second, lined out to second in the fourth. Vikings trailing 5-2 as we play the top half of the fifth inning. Nope.
Up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 33, the first baseman, Hannah Schutte.
Schutte 0 for 2. Infield up for Decorah. He'll come home with the ground ball as Schutte fouls it straight back and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 delivery. Swing and a miss. So it's no balls, 2 strikes now from Hartman to Schutte. 0-2 delivery. Riser up. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One-two delivery. Drops in low and it got by Neerling. Actually, it didn't. It was just cut up between her leg and her knee pads that time. 2-2 the count. The pitch rising up. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes on Schutte. Three and 2 the count. The pitch drops low for ball 4, so that'll force in a run. Schutte with an RBI the easy way on the 3rd straight walk by Hartman. Schubert scores. Hersman to 3rd. Dran to 2nd. Schutte to 1st. 9th batter of the inning is Reagan Butekoffer. Grounded to 3rd in the 2nd and popped to the pitcher in the 4th. She'll look at a strike. It's 0-1. A 4-run inning to the moment for the Bulldogs. They lead it 6-2. And the pitch swung on, looped, caught there by Hartman. Everyone returns to their respective bases. And there's 2 down in the inning. Hartman lunged back and got that one as she was completing her follow-through off the rubber. And there's 2 down here in the inning, and the batter is Ellie Kinley. Kinley throws low. It got by Neerling and it actually hit the umpire, and that prevented runner advancement there. 1 ball, no strikes. Kinley started the fun this inning for MFL-Mar-Mac, reaching on an error, and her pinch runner scored. The 1-0 delivery popped up on the infield. Peepo retreats at first base, and she will make the catch to retire the side. So 4-run score on 3 hits, 1 error, and the base is left loaded. We are 4.5 complete. MFL-Mar-Mac now leading 6-2. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. Haley Neerling, who had a 2-run homer in her last at-bat, will start things for the Vikings. Vikes with a lot of work to do. They trail it 6-2 as the pitch goes low. From Molly Ward, 1 ball, no strikes. Neerling bounced into a forced play in the 1st and had the long 2-run homer in the 4th inning. The sky is starting to darken a little bit to our west, but no real threat of rain yet. The pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes. They're talking about a 50-50 chance tomorrow. So the Andy Nimrod odds on rain as the pitch goes high. 3 balls, no strikes. Neerling will be followed by Hartman and Habel this inning as the pitch at the knee and for a strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike now. 6-2 MFL-Mar-Mac. They have 5 hits. Decorah has 4. And a changeup taken low for ball 4. Neerling walks. I believe Maddie Clement will get her courtesy at first base.
Running at first base, number 19, Maddie Clement.
Clement, the courtesy runner at first base. And the batter is Lizzie Hartman. Hartman flew out to left in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd. She loops one towards the middle of the infield, and a running grab is made by the 2nd baseman, Butekoffer. And there's one down here in the 5th inning.
Up next for the Vikings.
One down, a runner at first, and the batter is Alex Habel. Habel struck out swinging in the 2nd, grounded to 3rd in the 3rd, 0 for 2. 6-2 the score. Bulldogs with a 4 spot in the 5th inning. The pitch looped down the left field line. It's going to be just foul. Almost caught Chalk as it reached the outfield, but not quite. No balls, 1 strike to count on Habel. One more playing date left, and then the tournament starts next week for Decorah. 0-1, swinging a foul back, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on Alex Habel. Decorah at Mason City next Thursday night. We'll have it for you. We'll have the 2 games tomorrow night as well. One hammer towards center field, but right at Dran. She will make the catch, and there's 2 down here in the inning. That perhaps the second hardest ball that was hit off of a Viking bat tonight. That finishing runner-up to Neerling's home run back in the 3rd inning. Very hard hit ball off the bat of Habel. Neerling at first, 2 down. Leuenberger the batter. And the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Leuenberger a single to right in the 1st. She ended the 3rd by popping out to short. It's a 6-2 lead for Decorah in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch high. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. One and the pitch well high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one delivery. Loop toward short, fielded on, 1 hop by Pika, throwing across the diamond to retire Leuenberger. And the side is out here in the 5th inning. A leadoff walk, but nothing else. 5 innings complete, 6-2 MFL-Mar-Mac. 2 balls, no strikes on Jasmine Stocker to start things in the 6th inning. A 4-run top half of the 5th of the Bulldogs has given the Bulldogs a 5-2 lead. Pitch swung on and missed, or a 6-2 lead by swing and a miss from Stocker. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stocker swinging and popping one up on the infield. Retreating at first base is Ambria Pipo. And she makes the catch for the first out here in the 6th inning. Pipo's played a nice first base tonight. On for the injured Lauren Eggert. She entered the lineup, sent Tori Miller over to 3rd, and Haley Neerling moved from 3rd to behind the plate as Eggert out with a concussion tonight. Kylie Pika tries to bunt her way on and bunts through the first offering. No balls and 1 strike. Pika is 0 for 3, struck out in the 1st and the 3rd, popped to the pitcher in the 5th. No balls, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 delivery rising high. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Pika. Baseball team won over Columbus tonight, 7-4. The pitch goes high. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Even though it's not official yet, they've clinched their postseason pairing as the pitch swung on and missed. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Decorah will take on Crestwood in the first round of districts on July 15th. That'll be down at Waverly. Waverly and Charles City will play in the other game there. The pitch swung on and missed. And a strikeout for Hartman is her 3rd of the night, and Pika has been the victim each and every time. 2 down, nobody on. Rebecca Harms, the batter, walked and scored in the 1st, lined out to 1st in the 3rd, and had a 2-run double and scored. Her courtesy runner scored in the 5th inning. Pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Decorah will have bottom 3rd of the order, Pipo, Miller, and Schwartzoff in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hartman throws a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 delivery. Drops in low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Hartman looking for her 3rd 1-2-3 inning of the night. Pitch swung on, drive, deep center field. Retreating is Leuenberger, and she'll make the catch over her head, 2-handed. with her back to the infield. And the side is out here in the 6th inning for the 3rd time tonight. The Bulldogs go down in order, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 6-2 MFL-Mar-Mac. A 4-run top of the 5th has been the difference in this one. MFL-Mar-Mac leading 6-2. They're out hitting Decorah 5-4. Each team with 2 errors thus far. Ambria Pipo looks at the first one, low 1 ball, no strikes. Pipo into a force play in the 2nd inning and singled to right in the 4th. The 4th inning was the last legitimate scoring threat for Decorah. They got their first 2 runners on. But hitters 9, 1, and 2 were retired as that one blew first base side foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Amazing backpedal ability for Ray Armel there. I haven't seen him move that fast since the last time he worked with Bob Jacobson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch swung on, fouled, first base side, not a play. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one landing right in front of us. Come out from under the table, Trish. We'll protect you. 1 and 2 on Pipo. The pitch. Ooh, just missed the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Ward ready, and the 2-2 offering. Hit towards right field. That's going to get through. Picked up by Stocker. Throws to first base. Not in time. So Pipo now 2 for 3 on the night. Getting her 2nd single.
Number 26, the 3rd baseman, Tori Miller.
So a runner at first, nobody out. And the batter is Tori Miller. Miller's been on base twice tonight. She's walked in the 2nd. Sacrificed and reached on an error in the 4th. Runner at first, nobody out. 6-2 MFL-Mar-Mac. Bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch goes low. 1 ball, no strikes on Tori Miller. The 1-0 delivery. Ground ball towards the right side. Butikoffer bobbles at second base. Throws to first base. They get the out there. Pipo moves to 2nd. And there's 1 down here in the 6th inning. 1 down, a runner at 2nd, and Natalie Heffern will be the batter. Heffern came in defensively for Ashley Schwartzoff in the top half of the 6th inning out in left field. So Natalie bats for the first time in this ball game. Swings and fouls the first pitch back, no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 swung on, popped up third base side. Underneath it is Hersman at third. She makes the catch halfway up the fair foul line.
Number 3, the right fielder, Katie Nimrod.
Halfway between home plate and third base. 2 down, runner at 2nd. Katie Nimrod is 1 for 2 with a walk. She scored a run. And the pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes. 6-2 MFL-Mar-Mac, bottom half of the 6th inning. The pitch inside corner for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nimrod was on board for the Neerling home run back in the 3rd. Pitch swung on and missed at a dropper from Ward. It's 1 and 2 now. Ward with 3 strikeouts. She has also walked 3 on the evening. Pitch sails high. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nimrod. 2 and 2 the count with 2 down. Runner at 2nd, a 6-2 lead for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-2 delivery looped out into shallow center field. It'll land between Butikoffer and Dran for a base hit. Coming to the plate is Pipo. She will score on the 2-out RBI single by Katie Nimrod. It's now a 6-3 ball game.
Up next for the Vikings, number 7.
So Nimrod with an RBI on her 2nd hit of the night. Monteith is the batter. And if Monteith can get on, you can get Haley Neerling to the plate representing the tying run. Monteith flew out to center in the 1st, sacrifice in the 3rd, popped to short in the 4th. Pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Swung on, grounded towards left field, and a base hit. So Monteith on base for the first time tonight, first and second, with 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Haley Neerling. Neerling reached on a forced play in the first, a 2-run homer in the third, a walk in the fifth. Neerling represents the tying run. It's 6-3 MFL-Mar-Mac. We play the bottom half of the sixth inning. Neerling swings and misses as she tried to put one on the dike. Healthy cut, no contact, 0-1. Oh, 1 swung on and missed. Another dropper from Ward, and it's 0-2. My guess is Ward's probably not going to give Haley anything belt high. 0-2 delivery, swung on and missed at another dropper, and 3 pitches takes care of Neerling here in the sixth. But the Vikes get 1 back, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We head to the top half of the seventh inning. Bulldogs leading Decorah 6-3. Jade Schubert will look at a strike to start things here in the seventh inning. A 6-3 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. In case you're just joining us, Bulldogs got 2 runs in the first inning, an RBI ground out by Schubert, and a 2-out RBI single by Lizzie Hersman. Pitch high to Schubert, 1 ball, 1 strike. Decorah got the 2 runs back in the third inning on a 1-out home run to left by Haley Neerling, her 3rd home run of the season. Loop towards third and foul past a lunging Miller. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, but Bulldogs got 4 in the fifth inning. A 2-run double by Rebecca Harms, an RBI single by Jade Schubert, and Hannah Schutte with a RBI bases loaded walk. Ground ball to third, and Tori Miller, she'll throw on to first base to retire Schubert. 1 down here in the seventh inning. So Schubert now 1 for 4 with 2 RBI. And the batter is Lizzie Hersman. Single to right in the first, knocking in a run. Single to center in the fourth, walked in the fifth. Vikes got 1 back in the sixth inning on a 2-out RBI single by Katie Nimrod. Ground ball right back to Hartman, who fields just shy of the circle, and she'll throw on to first base to quickly retire Hersman. And there's 2 down in the inning. And Shantae Dran will be the batter. Flew out to center in the first, reached on an error in the fourth, and walked in the fifth. So she's officially 0 for 2, and she gets hit by the pitch. Hartman came in on her, and Dran gets hit in the side. A runner at first with 2 down, and the batter is Hannah Schutte. Schutte grounded to short in the second, lined to second in the fourth, and drew a bases loaded walk in the fifth, and that one hammered towards left field over the head of Heffern, and 1 hopping to the fence. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Dran. Monteith's throw to the plate gets by Neerling. Dran is safe. Moving up to third as the throw goes home is Schutte, and the Bulldogs get an insurance run. It's 7-3. The relay throw looked pretty good, and it looked like Monteith's throw was on the money. I think perhaps Neerling closed her glove a second early before the ball got there. Because had Neerling been able to corral that ball and apply the tag, Dran would have been out at the plate as the pitch goes low to Butekoffer. 1 ball, no strikes. In fact, Dran did not touch the plate until the ball got by Neerling. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And the pitch low. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Butekoffer. 2-0, runner at third, 1 in, and 2 down here in the seventh inning. The heartburn you have this inning is the run that scored came on a hit by pitch. The pitch swung on and fouled back. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. If a team's going to swing it and get on and earn their way on, it's one thing. If you're going to give them free bases, that's why coaches buy stock in antacid companies. Pitch goes low, 3 balls, 1 strike from Hartman. It's now a 4-run lead for the Bulldogs once again, 7-3 as the pitch goes high, ball 4. First and third, 1 in, 2 down in the inning. First 2 batters were retired with ease, but a hit by pitch and then a double to the fence off the bat of Schutte. And now a walk to Butekoffer, and Ellie Kinley will be the batter. And the pitch at the knees for a strike. Taking second uncontested will be Butekoffer. The ball's in 1 strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a riser. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 the count. And the pitch. Just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It'll be Hartman, Habel, Leuenberger if anyone gets on Pipo. In the bottom of the 7th for Decorah, but the Vikes will have a lot of work to do. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Lizzie Hartman. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. Bulldogs will try to close it out next. They lead it 7-3. Lizzie Hartman on an 0-1 pitch, pops out to short to start things here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Alex Abel is 0 for 3, struck out in the 2nd, grounded to 3rd in the 3rd, lined out to center in the 5th as the pitch goes low. It is 1 ball, no strikes. It's a 7-3 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. 7-6-2 for MFL-Mar-Mac thus far. 1-0 high, 2 balls and no strikes now on Habel. Decorah with 3 runs on 7 hits. The Vikings have also committed 2 errors tonight. And the pitch swung on a pop-up out into left field. Jade Schubert under it makes a one-handed snag in medium depth left for the 2nd out here in the 7th inning. So 2 down, and the batter is Lexi Leuenberger. A 7-3 lead for MFL-Mar-Mac. Vikes have had their chances as well. They've left 9 runners on base tonight. Leuenberger loops one back to the circle, and a backpedaling grab made by Molly Ward, and that's the ball game. MFL-Mar-Mac defeats Decorah by a 7-3 margin. 7 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 8 left for MFL-Mar-Mac. 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and 9 left for Decorah. Molly Ward, the winning pitcher, and Lizzie Hartman, the losing pitcher. Decorah drops to 6-21, and the Bulldogs improve to 11-18. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the outcome. MFL-Mar-Mac wins it 7-3. We'll be with you for Decorah Vikings softball tomorrow night. Doubleheader against Charles City to close out the regular season. 6 o'clock will be our start time tomorrow evening. For the moral support of Trish Hartman, I'm Darren Swinson saying so long from the Vikings softball diamond. Vikings lose it tonight 7-3. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you again tomorrow night.